Good evening. It is evening, isn't it? I think so. It's been a whirlwind of a day, so I hope it's evening. Good evening. Oh, I'm so knackered. This almost never happened. I've left it so late this time round because I've been so busy doing stuff that I almost just forgot Wednesday was even coming. Hello Sam, hello Catherine, hello Sarah, hello Paige, hello me. Oh no, that's me. I've commented. Yes, you are right. We are joined by the masterful, the one, the only, the god of the strings, Mr. Lightfingers himself, Mr. Joe Bayliss. Was that an introduction or what? That was a good one. What was I going to say? Also, I had a really... So Sam was out and about earlier on, and he sent me a message saying, hello, mate. Probably not going to be on tonight. I'm really naked, and I'll see you soon. I was like, what was that? So then I kind of looked at it and thought, surely he didn't mean that. And then I realised he meant, hello, mate. Sorry, knackered. But I won't be on tonight. I'm knackered. Yeah. Do you know what? Sometimes I feel like I should just send people texts, and when I text, not correct it. If it auto-corrects it and it messes it up, I should just leave it as it is because it's far funnier.
I do it all the time.
It is far funnier, isn't it? Oh, I have to say. So we came on this session, and poor old Joe has had all manner of sound problems over the weeks where we've been trying to get sound, and then for no reason whatsoever his sound will do something weird. So tonight we came on and I was going, Joe, you got no sound, there's nothing coming out, and he's going, I don't get it, it's the same as it was last time. I was going, well, I can't hear anything, there's nothing coming out. And he's going, oh. And he disconnected and came back in, and I think just at the point he was about to throw it all through a window, I said, well, hold on a minute, let me just check the sound's not the problem my end, and of course it was. I'd forgotten I'd pushed a button which stops the two-way sound. You know, but the good thing is it's not Joe's issue, it was mine, which is a rare thing, of course.
For a change.
I just plug in, switch the switch on, and it does what it does. So have you got any new songs you've written?
I have, yeah.
Awesome. What, in the last week?
Got some new ones. Pardon?
In the last week?
Yes.
Cool. Are you gonna?
I might
air them.
Another couple of ciders into the night, and I might risk it.
Good. He's still drinking that same batch of cider, and there is still far too much of it left. So he needs to get a crack on, get a mosey on. Hello to Rex as well. Again, I keep thinking one day we will get to hear some of that Jerry Lee Lewis piano that you play. Someday. Right. I think you should go first because I'm too knackered.
Because you're knackered?
I am. Or as Sam says, I'm too naked. Yeah, there he is, naked and knackered. Well, that's not very good.
And we got guitar sound tonight, have we?
I can hear it. If you got a bit more volume, that would be always be good. I know you say you're right near the edge. That's a bit louder.
Okay. See if you recognise this one.
Go on then.
Look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at them working, daring the socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care, all the lonely people? Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came, Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saying, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Short one.
That was great. I like the way you kind of gave it the minor twist.
Yes, a minor ninth, or was it a minor sixth? I can't remember, but yeah.
Don't start getting too technical on me because I only know 3 chords. That's good. I do like. I like the way you almost with a minor chord it gives it a dark tone, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I think.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I like that darkness.
That's it.
Sums me up.
And you slow it down a touch as well with that, and it makes it. So I said to him, "Be quiet as you come in the room and get stuff." And he just walks around the room, drops everything.
I know it well. I know it well.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Do you know what? So I think I might do one. So this track was supposed to be on the album, and the guy in Nashville put some lovely steel guitar and kind of this really 70s retro kind of synth keyboard on it. But unfortunately, the vocals weren't clean enough in terms of the way he'd processed them. Were too tinny, and I because it was a completed file, I couldn't then adjust it much without ruining everything else. So I fought, and in the end, I had to leave it off the album. So I might put it on the next one, but I might do it differently. So this is called "If You Love Me, Let Me Go," or as my lovely wife affectionately calls it, "If you don't like it, there's the door." Bloody reverb. What are you like? Eyes of fuel, a raging tide, bitter. I've had all that I can take. A heart that pulls me to the road. Choice bears a heavy load. Stories lay within my veins. Fantasies to ease my pain. If you love me, let me go, so that I may choose to know if the road I travel takes me anywhere. If you need me, I'll be here, chasing rainbows, fighting fears. There's only one way I can really know. If you love me, If the road I travel takes me anywhere, if you need me, I'll be here, chasing rainbows, fighting fears. There's only one way I can really know. If you love me, better let me go. Please forgive my selfish ways. I just wanna know my days worth the pain I gave just to feel a little piece, something real. If you love me, let me go, so that I may choose to know. If the road I travel takes me anywhere, if you need me, I'll be here, chasing rainbows, fighting fears. There's only one way I can really know. If you love me, you gotta let me go. If you love me. Gotta let me go. Yes, it seems that I have the dreaded internet slow bugger lurgy. So if I keep freezing, it's on purpose.
Yeah, I've not heard that one beforehand.
Oh, I've got no sound again. Keep pressing the wrong button. There we go.
So I've not heard that one.
You've not heard that?
Or it could just be my rubbish memory.
Do you know what? I don't know, actually, if I've played it out that much. But when this guy did this stuff on the track and then sent it to me from Nashville, I played it all the time because I just loved what he did, but I just couldn't get the vocals to sit right. And it was almost like there was a weird sort of echoey reverb.
Yeah.
I just
I
couldn't
had
get
that
it
actually on one of my tracks on the last album. I had that problem.
Right.
It was really tinny and we couldn't find out what it was. And I took it out altogether in the end. I
do wonder whether it's just because he's processed his stuff differently to me, or whether it's because it's in a different room. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Possibly.
So we've got Caroline Bella, who is commenting in the chat there. Tomorrow, if you're watching the Songbird session, she's on the Songbird sessions. So we've done sound check and everything and played around, and it sounds really nice. So that's going to be great tomorrow with myself and Sam. Dawn, is that the first time you've heard that song? Surely not. Surely I've played it more times than that.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Clearly shows I've got to play it more often.
I will be on tomorrow.
Do you know what?
Looking forward to tomorrow, actually.
It will be good, actually. It was a shame, whilst it's a shame Colin Pitt had to pull out, we will get him back at some point because he's a lovely guitar picker.
He is, yeah.
And a songsmith as well. But equally, it's great. I mean, Caroline has stepped in at the last minute for us, which is fantastic. And we were listening to some of the songs in the sound check the other day, I think. And again, it sounds great. Lovely. I've frozen again, haven't I? Can you hear me? Good. You're on mute. Why are you on mute?
I'm off now. Accident.
I was going to say don't, because that will stress me out even more. I'll be thinking, what's going on with my sound? Right, what are you going to do for us this time? Hello, Midge. Hello, Courtney.
Yes, thanks for everyone who's joined. Looking forward to hearing Caroline, actually, tomorrow. I'm going to do this one that Sam asked to borrow last week, this very, very new one of mine called How About You?
Don't forget, play it too often. He'll have learnt the words, he'll steal it.
I put some tricky chords in and I block them with my fingers so we can't see what I'm playing.
So underneath the camera. All right, floor's yours.
Right. Can you believe in love at first sight? When the darkest day becomes the whitest night, I know you'll run if I say too many things, suffocating when expectation sings. I only know the parts of you I want to rub off on me and turn me into the better man I know I can be. Would I follow you wherever you go? Would I stay? Would you know? Could you breathe if I ran too fast? Or would you hide away from memories past? I only know the parts of you I want to rub off on me and turn me into the better man I know I can be. Can you see through the fog at night, alone in your bed, and I'm out of sight? When your deepest, darkest thoughts prevail, will you come to me to get you out of the jail? 'Cause I'm the cavalry, not the enemy. I've scouted for you all my life. Now I'm battered and bruised, but smiling somehow. How about you? How about you? Oh, you've either frozen, Andy, or you're just in a state of you can't comprehend that song. Oh, you're
Am
back.
I back?
Yes.
Am I back? Marvellous, marvellous. Bloody internet. I need to switch off all the kids from playing the TV, Disney or whatever they're doing. I love that kind of off chord at the end.
Yes,
where
lovely,
you go into
isn't
that
it?
last little bit and you put in, it's like it almost goes to a, what is it, a flat chord or a sharp chord, something like that. It looks.
It's a very flat
really
one.
nice.
And
Yeah.
it was actually by accident because I was.
I was going to say one of those
accidents.
accidents.
I was playing that, so I was spanning two, and as I went up there, my last finger actually strayed up an extra fret, and I loved it, so I kept it. There's no
You know,
no theory at all to it.
happy accidents. Happy accidents.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I hope it holds out, I tell you. Otherwise, I'm going to have 2 dead kids.
Thanks for the comment, Dawn. And yes, Sam will probably pinch that he is a song thief.
But we still love him dearly. Right, so I figure I should attempt a new one.
Yes.
And then if the video freezes in the middle, I can just blame it on making mistakes. Or if I'm going to make a mistake, I can just go still and then say that the video froze.
Pretend.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I've now got a mistake-free zone, yeah. Right, so this one is called Rested. And this is I think this is a little bit unusual for me. This is not my normal kind of song. So we'll see if you get what I mean at the end of it, assuming I can play it all the way through. But this is called Rested. In my life, I can say that it was bad. It's been better than so many, and for that I should be glad. All the pieces that you see, things that are and things that are not me. But I'm rested in my mind. I am rested in my soul. I've been tested till I lose my self-control. I was broken to my bones. I was broken. You left me alone, just a token of a past you didn't need. Still I bleed for you. There are days when it feels too much to bear, when I wonder if there's anyone that knows or even cares. But I know that it's just the voice within. I remind myself that I won't let it in. Take my time, put the pieces back together. There are storms that I can weather. Now I'm stronger than before. Let the questions leave me free to live a life. I found comfort in the arms of my children and my wife. But I'm rested in my mind. I am rested in my soul. I've been tested till I lose my self-control. I was broken to my bones. I was broken. You left me alone, just a token of a past you didn't need. Still I bleed for you, 'cause I'm ready. I was broken broken to my bones, I was broken. You left me alone, just a token of a past you didn't need. Still I bleed for you. Still I bleed for you. Well, I must have frozen off a couple of times.
That's a really nice song, actually. That is. Yeah, you cut out loads. It was really bad, that one. Song's nice though.
Yeah.
Go and cut the plug off the kids' game machine and come back.
I know. I need to. It's because of Disney. I blame Disney. Ever since we got the bloody Disney thing for the next couple of months. Just
one of the questions I got for you is, how come Jessie's not joined you on one of these nights yet? I haven't heard her for ages.
She works. I think she works till a bit late sometimes, and then by the time she's got home, done stuff and things like that, it's quite late, and then she goes to bed quite early because she's got to be up early and stuff like that. So I think she's done, maybe not one of these ones, but she's done some of them, but not, yeah. But I mean, I suppose the rule of thumb as well is I try not to pressure people into doing it. I kind of say, well, I'm going to do it anyway. If you want to join me, join me. And some people just either leave it to the last minute and then go, oh no, I can't be bothered to set everything up, or or it's too much pressure in a space of time or something. Oh, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Thought they'd be jumping.
So Jesse, if you are listening, get on. Well, do you know what I mean? But again, I come back to it. I would rather do stuff like this where I know that people are here because they want to listen to us and join in with the chat and the songs and stuff like that, than play a place where at least half of them in a pub you've got to get pissed first to kind of join in with you, or they just don't want to listen to you because they're not into your music, Yeah,
I know it all.
That's what you can do now.
Sam's request, I'm going to do Umbrella Man.
Is that the name we agreed on? Is it Umbrella Man?
No, I thought it was Back to Picture Frames, but whatever the audience says. You smile at me with your slick back hair, your school suit on, going somewhere. Smiles full of hope and the joy they bring. The picture frames of my loving things. I'm thankful for the frames of glory, happy for my loving story. But I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man as he grows old. A young man poses at 21, a confident look with his new suit on. The world at war has ended its game. Only time will tell if it'll ever change. I'm thankful for the frames of glory, happy for my loving story. But I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man as he grows old. A nurse stands proud in a faded memory, black and white, Skin and imagery, three caring souls who found their meaning, helping those who'd stopped their dreaming. I'm thankful for the frames of glory, happy for my loving story, but I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man as he grows old. I'm standing here telling my story, the people who made my hope and glory, still holding the cover from the wind and rain, protecting my loved one's life refrain. My arm gets weaker as the years roll by, my strings grow taller as their head held high, and I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man. Yes, I'm fearful for the umbrella man as he grows old. There you go.
That was good.
Picture frames, Umbrella Man.
Definitely Umbrella Man. Yeah, I think definitely Umbrella Man. I think so. What do you think, people? Do you agree with this? Or agree with me?
Oh God, don't ask him again. Might get a different opinion again.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Sam, another song I would like to sing. God, he's terrible, isn't he? You got plenty of your own good stuff, Sam. Get singing it.
He has. I keep telling him. To
Thanks,
be fair,
Dawn.
he's doing.
Thanks, Julie.
He's doing
Thanks,
more.
Sarah.
He is doing more. He started writing another one the other day. What was it yesterday? He phoned me and said, "I've got a verse to a song." I said, "Great. Go away and write the other two verses and the chorus. Then come back to me."
Do you find yourself getting emoji sensitive? I've started looking at people who do the little clap symbol. And sometimes you get one. I got 3 off Sarah. I get 4 off D. Do you start thinking, that's really loud? 4's a really loud clap.
I'll tell you what.
Caroline's
giving
me 1. That's just being polite.
What that makes me think is you need more cider. So, yeah. Drink, man, drink. So what was it? Oh, I've missed the comments. What was requested? I've had requests for Memories Whisper and Sam. What did Sam ask me for?
Nashville.
The Nashville song. Okay, I'll do those in a minute. There's a song I want to do that I haven't done for a little while, and I'm going to pick it rather than strum it.
Technophobe
So hopefully
from Caroline.
Technophobe. Yeah. Is that one of my songs or one of Joe's? Right, I'm going to do this one. I haven't done it for ages. It's called... Well, in fact, you'll recognise it straight away by the melody, Joe.
I know it well.
Yeah, that one. With pencil in hand, I tried to write me another song, but the words won't come and it seems to be taking me far too long. I've got stories to tell of the ups and the downs of this life of mine, but the pencil's not moving and I can't seem to write a single line. I could tell you about how hard it was when my mother died, how I watched them put her in the ground and all of the tears I cried. But I can't find the words to convey all the anguish within my heart. So the page is still empty and I can't even begin to start. Oh, write me a song that I want to sing. Make it amazing and make it a part of everything I've ever been. Make it a song that others will sing and make it mean something to all. Make it a song that for me is the best song of all. I could write about seeing my sons for the very first time, how humbling it was just holding them close and knowing that they were all mine, and watching them grow and turn into the young men that I always hoped they would be. Well, that's yet to happen, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I could write of the feeling I get when I play my guitar, and all of the people that I've entertained when I pick on my old Yamaha. I'll never be rich and I'll never be famous, but I can't say I've really tried. To tell you the truth, I just wanna be happy inside. I've got a frog in my throat. Oh, write me a song that I wanna sing. Make it amazing and make it a part of everything I've ever been. Make it a song that others will sing and make it mean something to all. Make it a song that for me is the best song of all. Well, the pencil's been moving and it's just produced me a song. Without thinking too hard, the words just seemed to happen, and it didn't take me too long. But you'll be the judge if it's good or it's bad, and if it made you laugh or you cry. The pencil don't mind and I don't really care. We're just happy in knowing we tried. Oh, write me a song that I want to sing. Make it amazing and make it a part of everything I've ever been. Make it a song that others will sing and make it mean something to all. Make it a song that for me is the best song of all. Yes, you are very correct, D. It is none other than the chords for Gentle on My Mind. I should have probably picked a lesser known song, really, because every time I started, people go, oh, yes, Gentle on My Mind. And then they hear me sing it and go, oh, okay. That's not very cool.
Yeah, but it's only a little bit of it. And it's good because it just makes people think they know the song, doesn't it? They latch into it
That's it.
quite
Well,
early.
it gets their feet tapping along, which is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Even though generally people kind of think when they listen to the lyrics, it's quite a melancholy, miserable song. So I think if I can't write anything but misery songs, I'll just write them and put a happy melody to them. That way it will confuse people.
See, Andy, look what I'm saying about the clapping emojis. Don't give you 5 for that. That's really loud clapping.
That is good clapping. D, you need to put another one on. Sarah, I need 2 more from you. You shouldn't say this. This is now going to become comedy all night, where people are trying to fill the whole chat up with claps.
I don't know if people have time to do them. It takes me ages to find them in the list.
I'm blind now, so Dee's put on a face which to me looks like it's crying.
I think it's crying with laughter. Oh, she's put a massive one. Look now.
Look at that. Look at that. Here we go.
Oh, Sarah.
And the competition
no, I'm
started.
not happy now. I'm not happy now.
Right, so Joe, sing us another song. Make sure you put no claps on, everybody. Make sure you put no claps on.
Okay. I'm gonna do Hurricane.
Okay. Cool.
You sail the sea through the fog and rain, past the rocks of danger, around the Cape again. Then paradise came into view, the sunshine brightly, the sea and sky so blue. But you can never run from the hurricane. You can never run from the hurricane. And you can never hide away from the horror of the hurricane. From the horror of the hurricane. You smelt the flowers, the songs of the birds, laugh with your lover all night without words. You watch your child grow into a man, tears of joy when he said thanks. But you can never run from the hurricane. You can never run from the hurricane. And you can never hide away from the horror of the hurricane. From the horror of the hurricane. She sailed again through the misty dawn, past the broken ships, the jagged rocks, the dawn. Then slowly paradise appears, it's heaven sent that all the pirates fear. But you can never run from the hurricane. You can never run from the hurricane. And you can never hide away from the horror of the hurricane. From the horror of the hurricane. And you can never hide from the hurricane. You can never hide till the cane's no more.
Love the string bend at the end. That's cool.
Hold on, I need to count how many claps Sarah's put.
Oh, that's not fair.
I've definitely started something
not
over
fair. You have, yeah. That's it. Although I have to say, no, actually, I'll say that for next time. I realised that would have been wrong. I was going to say, although I think a woohoo counts as about 40 claps, and then I realised it was for you, so I thought I won't say that one yet. I'll wait till it happens for me.
We're getting into algebra now, aren't we? A woohoo counts as 5 claps, does it?
That's it, yeah. This is becoming far too complicated now.
Oh, Caroline's quality, not quantity.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So thanks, Caroline.
Good girl. Good girl. Well said. Well said. Yeah. Can you imagine people's fingers wearing out now, just going...
She's brought us back to a professional standard now of normality.
Right, yeah. Right, I'm going to... Oh, what were the requests? I can't remember what people requested. Oh, Memories Whisper was one, wasn't it? I need a thumb pick for this because it bloody hurts my thumb. So what did Sam request? Can't remember.
Nashville song.
Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Right, I should do this. I was going to do a load of new ones tonight. I can see we're going to run out of time. So I'll do these two, and then hopefully I'll do another couple of new ones. I found some songs that I forgot I'd even written. That's when you know you've got to stop writing and actually play some.
Yeah, too right.
Right, it's Memories Whisper. Another chance for Joe to practice his harmonies. So just very quickly, Catherine, if you can't see everyone else's comments, it is either because you're watching the video on my personal profile and not my music page. So just try maybe finding the video on a different one, and then you should see the comments will all be on one of them. We don't want you to be left out. Doing Homeward Bound then. Oh, for God's sake. Do you know when it just goes wrong? Ah, my fingers. I'm trying to play with the thumb pick. Right. Okay, pretend this is going superbly well. Memories whisper in the back of my mind, hoping I might find answers to questions easily mislaid. Oh, how the memories fade. My younger years I can't much recall, too much good at all. Hard as I wonder who it is to blame, always seems to be the same. 'Cause you can't hold somebody to account if you refuse to hold yourself. If the one side of the story you like most is the best one for yourself, you'll never change, you'll never grow, you'll get to know just how beautiful your world can be if you simply learn to let your story go. Spend my time reflecting as I walk in others' shoes. Think I understand. Can't judge another seen through your own eyes. All you see is your own lies. Simple imperfections, cracks within the paint. We try anyway. Try as hard as you will. Hope you can say I gave it all I could today. 'Cause you can't hold somebody to account if you refuse to hold yourself. If the one side of the story you like most is the best one for yourself, you'll never change, you'll never grow, you'll never ever get to know just how beautiful your world can be if you simply learn to let your story go.
Yes.
Those musicians amongst you will will already hear that there's strings going out of tune. So I've had a new set of strings put on it, and obviously old guitars, humid
Stretching.
environments. That's it. They're going out of tune. So whilst you're playing, I will tune up and get it right next time. I tell you, this I'm learning to play with this. If you can see this, so this is a thumb
I've
pick.
tried. Yeah.
But my side of my finger absolutely kills me after a while, especially because I pick quite hard. But this bloody thing, it's like strapping two pairs of flippers to your finger and trying to find where the strings are in the dark. It's almost impossible, but I need to persevere.
I've tried a plectrum, but I don't like. I can't. You can't feel the string. There's no feel, is there?
When I play with a plectrum after not playing with a plectrum for ages, and I haven't played with one for ages, it's almost I hold it quite lightly. So as I go and strum, this thing goes bing, and it's almost catapulted out of my fingers. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, I lost another one. Right. What are you doing now?
I can't remember if I've mentioned it on here. I have on other places, but I came across an Irish folk singer from Belfast about 5 years ago called Brian Houston, and he's really, really good. One of his songs called Medals and Memories is just phenomenal. But there's a couple of his songs I used to do a lot and haven't done them for ages. He's really good. Should look him up.
Cool.
Houston, as in Houston. Really good.
Cool.
Some of his stuff's a bit
I'll
religious.
have forgotten in about 3 minutes. By the time you've done the song, I'll have forgotten. I remember Houston because it's American, but
very appropriate for people my age because it's teenage kid. It's about he's obviously singing to his loved one about what it used to be like when they were young. So I can definitely relate to that one. We met long ago in the springtime of our youth. We had our ups and downs, learning to be me and you. The road that we travel, it's not straight and true, But in my head I'm the teenage kid who fell in love with you. For I found the answer in my darling's eyes. Today's misfortune could be tomorrow's prize. Kick off your shoes, girl, and we'll dance the whole night through. But in my head I'm the teenage kid who fell in love with you. Yes, I'm getting older, and it's true my face has changed. But down here in my soul, girl, I still feel much the same. Yes, I'm getting slower at the things you like to do. But in my head I'm the teenage kid who fell in love with you. For I found the answer in my darling's eyes. Today's misfortune could be tomorrow's prize. Kick off your shoes, girl, we'll dance the whole night through. Let's pretend I'm the teenage kid who fell in love with you. Let's pretend I'm the teenage kid who fell in love with you. Let's pretend I'm the teenage kid who fell in love with you. Let's pretend I'm the teenage kid who fell in love with you. Brian Houston, look him up.
Just talk amongst yourselves. I'm still tuning.
Yeah, look him up. Look him up, Sam. There's some songs you could definitely pinch of his. Medals and Memories is a brilliant song. I can't sing it. It's just too good.
Did you see the Caroline saying, "I love Red Badge of Courage"? I'm assuming that's his song.
Yes.
Otherwise, it was a totally irrelevant comment to make, which I'm sure she wouldn't do. But
Caroline, you're the second person I know who's heard of him. I keep preaching his name, and no one's ever heard of him. Fabulous.
Definitely right up my street. Having grown up on a lot of kind of what we would call Irish country music, definitely right up my street. I like it. But as I said, I will have forgotten. I will have forgotten in about 3 minutes. Oh, you can't believe the amount of times I've left the kids at school going, I'm sure I should be somewhere.
I've done that before.
Sure I should.
Have you, I think 3 times I've left my wallet on top of the car and driven off when the kids were little.
Yeah.
About 4 times I've left my telephone on the top of the car and driven off.
Yeah. Is someone ringing me? I don't know. It must be miles away. So, yeah. I left my golf shoes on top of the car, and as I drove off, all I saw was this cardboard box with my shoes in it go flying.
I've got visions of the spikes scraping the top of your paintwork.
I was never really good at golf anyway, so I didn't lose them. I didn't lose much sleep over it. I just left them there and said, sod it.
Hi, Stephen. Thanks for joining.
So Steve, Dave, Mason, next week you can kind of come on. I'm hoping we'll have Vanessa on as well. I spoke to her today, so she's going to get some practice in and come and do her beautiful
Vanessa
songs
Bradbury,
as well.
good.
Yeah. The 2 songs that she's got so far are fantastic, and I'm hoping she'll do some covers as well. So that'd be great. Right, I'm going to do a new one. I think I've done this a couple of times before, so people might have heard it. Oh, there she is. Look. Vanessa's going. Yeah. Scared,
You're on next week, Vanessa, apparently.
Yeah, she'll be cool.
Doing 10 songs.
That's right. Yeah, it's your show. We're not singing. Right, I'm going to try and do this one. I think I might have sung it out before. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how it goes. Bloody strings. Would you turn off the lights and I'll show you the stars? There's a beer with your name on, no need for a glass. And if you get lucky, you might see something shoot through the sky. We'll forget all our troubles and let all those sleeping dogs lie. If you take off your shoes, feel the grass on your feet. There's wood on the fire, we'll keep warm by the heat. In the morning you'll smell of spale beer, secondhand smoke. So let's get wasted and talk about days when we were younger folks. Summer nights and starlights and campfires and make it all feel alright. Such a beautiful sight when your body gives into the sleep that you're trying to fight. Time moves us on until memories are all we can see. So we'll drink to the good times, to campfires, to you and to me. And in the cold morning air with old bones and bad hair, the warmth from the fire is no longer there. My head's like a drum that beats out its rhythm in pain. And no matter the cost, I can't wait till we do it again. Summer nights and starlights and campfires and make it all feel alright. Such a beautiful sight. Your body gives into the sleep that you're trying to fight. Time moves us on until memories are all we can see. We'll drink to the good times, to campfires, to you and to me. And in the cold morning air with old bones and bad hair, the warmth from the fire is no longer there. My head's like a drum that beats out its rhythm in pain. And no matter the cost, I can't wait till we do it again. That was close enough to be passable. I think that was close enough to be passable. Need to practice it a little bit more. So that was a song about when I used to be in the Scouts and things like that, and me and my mates used to just throw a tent into the back of the car, and we would just go and find some campsite that belonged to the Scout Association, and we would just rock up, we would set our tents up, and then on summer nights we would build an open fire. And then we would go and get these kind of pallets of wood, and we would put our sleeping bags on these pallets of wood, and we would just lay there and fall asleep whilst the fire was kind of roaring away. Didn't care whether it was safe or dangerous or not. We just did it. And I used to love it. And then you kind of think back about it now, and I'd love to do it again. But this time I'd be waking up with old bones and bad hair.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you one day about the wild camping weekend me and my two friends did when... I think I was the youngest. I was the youngest of the group at about 52, and we were camping in the middle of Wales, just literally on a tarp. Yeah, oh my God. The question, though, is why did you need pallets for the fire? Hadn't you got your guitar with you? I just had to get that one in for Sam, see if he's still listening.
That's terrible. Right, say goodbye to Joe, everybody. Yeah.
You wouldn't have had a Martin in those days.
So you would get the pallet nice and close to the fire so that you could feel the warmth. You wouldn't even think that maybe the fire might move and catch light to the pallets and you'd be burnt alive. But you didn't care at that age.
No.
You didn't care at that age.
No.
Oh, Sam's off. We've upset him. See you later, baby.
I've upset him talking of burning his guitar.
That's right, putting Martins on fires.
Sam.
How dare you?
It's an in-joke for the rest of you. There's a bit of a Martin Baylor argument that goes on continuously.
Yeah.
And you don't need to text Dawn, because every time I mention it, always Martin.
That's it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Up the Martins.
She does.
Yeah. Yeah. Who wants a nailer or whatever they're called anyway? Paler or... Yeah. Right. What are you going to do now, Mr. Bayliss? Something new?
Well, new as in it's on the album that I should have recorded 2 months ago and can't.
Yeah.
You've heard it before for sure. It's called You Should Know Me. And I wrote this in a real pissed off moment, really. It was sort of saying to the world, look, I'm 50-something, I can't remember how old I was when I wrote it. And I'm really open, really honest, straightforward guy. So how come everybody doesn't get me? So that's what it was about, really.
Tell that to my parents.
As the world keeps on pushing me, my feet just dig deeper. They try to walk over my name. I fight them when I'm cornered, yet they still look so surprised when I said you should know me by now. I said you should know me by now. Pretty little songbird in the tree, sing another song for the world and me. And don't be worried if I'm looking down, 'cause you should know me by now. By now. My lover started telling me what my words were meant to be. Said I didn't care, but I did. So I got all defensive, then turned around and I said that you should know me by now. You should know me by now. Pretty little songbird in the tree, sing another song for the world and me. And don't be worried if I'm looking down, 'cause you should have known me by now. By now. You should have known me by now. By now. When friends and family need wisdom, wit or sympathy, I'll be there for you. But I guess I'll just pretend until the very end that you would know me by now. That you would know me by now. A pretty little songbird in the tree, sing another song for the world and me. And don't be worried if I'm looking down, 'cause you should have known me by now. By now. by now, you should have known me by now. You should know me. Oh, thought you'd frozen. Just comatose.
No, my bloody mouse pad on this laptop. When I try and, as I've said so many times, when I try and tap it, it jumps down about 3 or 4 centimetres, so I end up clicking in the wrong flipping place. So I'm trying to sit there looking like I'm doing something, and I'm really going like this, trying to chase this bloody mouse pointer.
Thanks for the comments, everyone.
There's a great tune. I'm looking forward to you getting that album out.
God, it'll be a double album by the time I go to the studio next year.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Are you still planning to go back to Iceland?
Yeah, in the summer, hopefully, if COVID allows. Yeah.
So you can tell the bloody prices of holidays have already gone up.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
It's
looking
gonna be
at ones comparable to last year, and it's probably about, what, 500-600 quid more expensive already?
Yeah.
Never mind.
It's going to be
Let's not
terrible.
get started on the economy.
No.
It'll depress me. All right, so I'm going to do... Well, this is not so much a new song, but I'm pretty sure I've not played it anywhere. Partly because I just keep forgetting the chords. But, as we're all friends, if I don't play it now, I'll never play it. So I'm going to play it, and again, just trust that you'll all treat me kindly. So this is called, I think we ended up calling it Shadows. It's either Shadows or Windows. You can tell me at the end if I get it right. You should never say that. You are our new judgment crowd. Yeah, you judge the titles and things like that. I love to watch. Oh, fucking reverb. So we'll have to do a bloopers one day. I love to watch the sunlight casting shadows on the land outside my window, and look across the hill to where the cows are laying down in the grass. So I quietly procrastinate and distract myself from things I should be doing. But a storm cloud moves across, and once again I'm lost in things that I am seeing. It's pretty in the way the light pours through the blinds, leaves lines upon my floor. And the color of the sun against the wall brings the warmth I feel inside. As I sit and wonder to myself how easily the days turn into years. I'm taken by the feeling that the sun leaves behind it when it goes. Life is meant for living, not for leaving. Dreams are only real if you believe them. I heard Randy Travis say, and I guess he ought to know, it's what you leave behind you when you go. The TV in the corner sitting quiet, and it shows me my reflection. I seem to look the same, but the age does not exist within these eyes. I spent some time thinking about some things I've done, things I can be proud of. And I hope I get to live a few more dreams before I have to say goodbye. Life is meant for living, not for leaving. Dreams are only real if you believe them. I heard Randy Travis say, and I guess he ought to know, it's what you leave behind you when you go. Life is meant for living, not for leaving. Dreams are only real if you believe them. I heard Randy Travis say, and I guess he ought to know, it's what you leave behind you when you go. It's what you leave behind you when you go. There we go. Shadows or windows or whatever it should be called. I think I might need to raise that one up a key. Maybe. Joe, come back to me, Joe. Joe.
Yeah, I was on mute because I was retuning.
Don't leave me, Joe. It's like I feel like I've been left by Old
I
Yeller.
was retuning.
Don't leave me, Old Yeller. Come back.
How old's that song then?
I think it has got to be 6 months, maybe.
Oh, right.
Yeah, 6 months. It was inspired by a song I heard whilst I was in Nashville. There's a song called Colorado Christmas by, I think it was originally written by Steve Goodman, who also wrote The City of New Orleans. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
Riding on the City of New Orleans.
Yeah. Great song.
He wrote some fantastic stuff. A great friend of John Prine as well. But they hit the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band asked him to write a Christmas song for them, and that was what. And he wrote a song, I think, the first time, and it was one of those kind of typical Christmassy songs. And they went back and went, no, we want something. Write it as you would write it. Don't be conditioned. Just write it. And he wrote this song called Colorado Christmas, and it talks about. I think he's in LA. And he said Santa drives a Rolls Royce limousine, and the kind of song goes, but I want to go back to Colorado because that's a proper Christmas, you know. It's great song.
Right.
But the kind of melody and the kind of words that inspired that song, yeah. So that's where
Dawn
it
says she's going to take it to Randy for you.
That'd be D. Yeah, D lives.
Oh, sorry, D said. Sorry,
D lives in the same. Do you live in the same part of town as Randy, or do you live? You live close enough, don't you? So I've said to her, just whatever you do, just take my album, crash through the gates or something like that. Just get it into his hands, or whatever. Bless him. I tell you, I wish. One of the only people on the planet I would still have loved to have been able to see perform live was Randy Travis. I sat listening to a song he wrote on the TV called Promises. If you've never heard this song, you know that song you hear when the hairs on the back of your neck go up and you see every bit of emotion poured out in a song. This was it. So it wasn't written by him, but him performing it. That's when I first went, I want to write songs like that. I want to write songs that catch people in that kind of way. And unfortunately, he had a stroke about, 5-6 years ago, maybe? And he's struggling to get kind of back to a point where he can do anything like sing. But he's an amazing guy, really is. My hero, one of my
What a shame.
heroes.
Imagine how frustrating that must be for him.
And he plays a Gibson J200,
Oh.
which is only my second favourite guitar on the planet.
After mine.
Right, sing another song.
Right. I thought I'd do. I thought I should liven it up instead of all my usual depressing ones. So this is Crash Bang. I haven't played this for so long. Crash bang sound of the closing door, the echoes of your footsteps on the hallway floor, the scrabbling of your wheels on the gravel drive, adrenaline pumping through my veins. On the inside, where I can hide. On the inside, where I can hide. No more. No more, no more, no more. Now the crash bang moment when I first met you, a smile on legs in a high-heeled shoes, the scrabbling of my lips trying to make some sense, 'cause my brain was confused and in doubt. On the inside, where I can hide. On the inside, where I can hide. No more, no more, no more, no more. Now the crash bang moment when we first made love, heaven sent angel from higher above, the scrabbling of your fingers trying to hold me tight, but then you left me sleeping and confused. On the inside, where I can hide. On the inside, where I can hide. No more, no more, no more, no more. I knew I had to get away before you did. I knew I had to get away before you did, but I was too late. Yes, I was too late. Now the crash bang silence as we speak no more, the echoes of your words that were tough and raw, the scrambling for a smile, trying to hold it together, 'cause a big black cloud rains on me. On the inside, where I can hide. On the inside, where I can hide. No more, no more, no more, no more. I knew I had to get away before you did. I knew I had to get away before you did, but I was too late. Yes, I was too late. Yes, I was too late. Crash bang. Quick ending. I played that for ages.
That always reminds me of the atmosphere that I can imagine that fitting perfectly in is a smoky bar.
Bit of a
room,
double bass going.
something like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. That's it. We're in that kind of 1940s kind of
Yeah.
environment where you've got these layers of smoke across the floor
Yeah.
and somebody in a sequin gown doing like turns and dances and stuff like that, and a couple
Need
of
the
guys
girls in the background doing the BVs.
cravats and things. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Yeah. Good. So, a few people coming in. Maria, hello, lovely to see you. I will do footprints. Although I have to say I'm gonna have to ease off of it a little bit at some point, because it's one of those I always play it, and if I always play that and US Bound and Nashville Song and stuff like that, I'll never get any new stuff in. So I'm gonna, because I want to play some new stuff, because I've got some stuff I really, really like that I would love you all to hear and judge me on, but be kind, obviously, because I'm like.
You think they've all been to the pub, Andy? All these who regularly turn up late, like Maria.
That's it.
I think she goes and has 4 pints in the pub and then joins this afterwards.
They probably go, do you know, for the first 4 or 5 songs they're rubbish, but they soon warm up and their fingers loosen up. And
yeah, we'll miss the first 4. The proper act comes on song 5.
Yeah, we're just the cabaret. Yeah. Yeah. Stephen Franklin, question on music quiz last night. Who was Johnny Cash's original backing band?
Oh.
We all said you'd know, Andy. Well, it kind of depends, because I think when he first launched himself, it was the Tennessee 2. Luther Perkins, and I can't remember the bass player's name. So if I'm wrong, I would love to know, because that's a good, useful bit of trivia when you're in the doctor's waiting room. Joe, your voice always reminds me of someone, and Cat Stevens comes to mind.
Oh my God, I wish it was. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That's a good accolade, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good accolade.
Paul Well has been suggested a couple of times, which I sort of get on some songs.
And I've said, what's his name as well?
Oh yeah, you said Streets of London.
Ralph McTell.
Yeah, Ralph McTell.
Yeah. Just whilst any of those of you who are on that have bought my CD, or are going to buy my CD, I suspect now, thanks to the guy that was doing the cover for me, that it's now they're now impossible to get it printed before Christmas. Much to my disgust and raging on the telephone the other day, it now looks like they can't get it in until the new year. So I was bitterly disappointed, and I let him know, in a very pleasant tone, of course, that I was really cheesed off, because he's had the basis of the design for at least 3 weeks, if not slightly longer. But there we go. So I will get it to you as soon as I can. As soon as I can, I promise. Trust me, I want it as quickly as well. Right, I'm going to do this one. Footprints, I'm going to do. I did start practicing Tennessee Whiskey the other day, Maria. But there's just one part in it where if I try and do the Chris Stapleton bit, I sound like someone's strangling me when I get to those really high notes. But I might just do it for the comedy effect. So the good bit will be the low end. The comedy bit will be the high end. Oh, look at that. I was going to re-advertise the CD, actually, and I was going to say, if anyone wants a set of coasters for Christmas, now's your time. Now's your time. But obviously they're not going to be here for Christmas, so. Right, this is Footprints. If the worst comes to the worst, and for some reason they stuff the printing up, what I will do is I'll just make some copies of it, send them to people, and then I'll replace those with proper copies when they get in my hands. Anyway, here we go. This is Footprints. Play it right. I can't play anything right tonight. It was his 27th birthday when he put his car in drive. He headed out somewhere he hoped would make him feel alive. Didn't know what he was looking for, and he had no plan in mind. When he walked into the desert, he left everything behind. She found him laying on the ground like the dust upon the floor. She pulled him to his feet and said, I know what you're searching for. It's the freedom of the open sky, it's a river running wild. She had the beauty of a woman and the spirit of a child. Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Sometimes you gotta leave it all behind. The path is never easy, there's so many ways to go. Sometimes you gotta search to find a soul. She took his hand for him to follow, led him deep into the night. They came across a cabin that was lit by candlelight. The doorway framed a silhouette that he knew he recognized. She had the beauty of a woman and the spirit of a child. As he turned to his companion, found the empty desert air. There was just one set of footprints. Was she ever really there? Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Sometimes you gotta leave it all behind. The path is never easy, there's so many ways to go. Sometimes you gotta search to find a soul. Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Sometimes you gotta leave it all behind. The path is never easy, there's so many ways to go. Sometimes you gotta search to find a soul. Sometimes you gotta search to find a soul. Sometimes you gotta search to find a home.
Really like that, Andy.
I do, yeah, I do like it. I do like it. I do like it, even though it's Sam's now. But only if he gets me my J200, because that's the deal. And you've heard it a million times, people.
You know, I was just reading some of the comments then as you were singing, and some people are lovely, aren't they, the things they say? And I don't know why, but it just made me think of, for the people in the audience, I don't think anybody knows this, but I started a new little venture in February, and we did one before COVID, and Andy was on it. We called it, did I call it Live in the Living Room or Live in the Lounge? I can't remember now, it's that long ago.
Live in the Lounge.
But we had a lovely thing. We had 4 of us sitting on stools on the stage, and we just went round one after the other playing a song, but we were just chatting away like we are tonight. The audience were talking back to us, and it was such a lovely, lovely thing. And it was going to be every month, and we haven't done one since, thanks to COVID.
Yeah. And
music's so much better when you've got interaction with the people listening, isn't it? Really is.
And the difference again with that event was people wanted to be there specifically. So it wasn't like you were walking into a bar or a pub. It was people chose to be there because that was the event
for the music. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
God, I'd love to do a gig again.
Oh, desperate.
But I have to say, I do love this. I do love this.
Desperate. I really like this, yeah. And it's made so much better by the people who come on. That's the best thing.
It is. I mean, the comments are lovely, but it's people turning up as well each time you do it, and you know that they're going to be there, you know, and if they can't, people message me. And they say, sorry, I couldn't make this one. And you go, it's not, you know, I love it. It's not compulsory, but I love the fact that people want to share it with us.
Yeah.
And we do love you for it, honestly, we do.
Yeah.
But lesser so when you give all the claps to Joe. because that's just not that's not nice. I'll get upset. Right, what are you going to do this time?
Well, this is a bit of a gamble for me because I love this song. Point number one, I love the singer. Point number two, and I used to play it a fair bit about a year ago, but I haven't played it until this week, and it's a difficult song to play on the guitar, and it's a difficult song to sing. So I don't know how it's going to go. For anyone from America, I don't think she got over to America. The artist is called Corinne Bailey Ray. Fabulous, fabulous singer from Leeds in the north of England. And it's called... I forgot what it's called. Like a Star, sorry. It's called Like a Star. She wrote it. She was only in her 20s and she lost her husband. And she wrote it for her husband. But we'll give it a go. Hopefully I'll remember how to play. Just like a scar across my sky, just like an angel off the page, you have appeared in my life. Feel like I'll never be the same, just like a song in my heart, just like oil on my hands. Oh, I do love you. Still I wonder why it is I don't argue like this with anyone but you. Still I wonder why it is I don't argue like this with anyone but you. We do it all the time, blowing out my mind. You've got this look I can't describe. You make me feel like I'm alive when everything else is fake. Without a doubt you're on my side. Heaven's been away too long, can't find the words to write this song. Oh, your love. Still I wonder why it is I don't argue like this with anyone but you. We do it all the time, blowing out my mind. I have come to understand the way it is. It's not a secret anymore, 'cause we've been that way before. From tonight you know that I'm the only one. I've been confused and in the dark, now I understand. Still I wonder why it is I don't argue like this with anyone but you. We do it all the time, blowing out my mind, just like a star across my sky. Just like an angel on the page, you have appeared in my life. Feel like I'll never be the same, just like a song in my heart, just like oil on my hands. Imagine writing that song. Wow.
Especially under those circumstances as well. That's again another. That is a Smokey Barroom style song as well.
All her songs are like proper jazz chords. You know, you've really got to want to play her song as well.
Yeah. And therein lies my problem. Yeah. If it doesn't fit in my 5-chord repertoire, that's it.
I'm waiting to get arthritic fingers because I honestly think it will help with some jazz chords.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What is it? Someone was saying that someone used to strap their fingers like that apart to be able to get them to stretch further. It was like yoga for their fingers.
That's a bit...
They used to strap something between their fingers so that they could then sort of like do like that. The guitar player that used to play in the honky tonk band I played in, his fingers, where mine are like that, his fingers were like that. They were like twisted and bent over, where he'd been doing kind of like chords like that up and down the fretboard
for years,
for 40 odd years. Yeah, that's right. God, that's some commitment for you, isn't it? Right. It was Mark Knopfler.
It was Mark Knopfler who taped his fingers. I never knew that. I thought I knew a lot about Mark Knopfler.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I know he's not the only one, because I know some of the jazz players originally were, when they were taught, were told to stretch and separate their fingers just so they could get dexterity on those chords.
God.
It's bonkers, isn't it? The levels people go to.
Jesus.
I'm just quite happy with my flipper fingers. My paddle boards of hands. Yeah.
I like the stretch though. I like being up here and then finding a note down there, you know.
Oh, I'm a lazy guitarist. If I have to move my hands more than that, that's too much. Did you ever see, was it Les Paul and Mary Ford when they were doing their kind of TV shows years ago? He would play something and he would be going... and instead of moving his hand, he would slide the guitar. He'd go like that. That's it, back into key. Oh, he was super clever, super clever.
That's class. That's class.
And there's a video on YouTube where he's got him and Mary Ford playing a song together, and she's copying what he does, and he ends up doing all this really weird stuff, and she keeps up with him. I mean, it's incredible. And then at the end, he does some really fiddly stuff, and he goes to do it, and he grabs hold of her guitar and says, "No." You know, I'm the guitar player. Yeah. I don't know what to do now.
That time of the night, struggling.
I don't know what to do. I haven't. So years ago, I say years ago, it's got to be at least 4 years ago, I reckon. Do you ever remember the TV series Nashville? Yep. There was a scene in this TV series, and I think the leading lady is obviously in love with her old sweetheart, and the husband's at that point where he realises he's kind of gone, this is never going to happen. I might as well let her go because it's a one-sided relationship. And I was in the shower one morning, and I just, as I do, I sing to myself because no one else will listen. And and I sung this line, and it stuck in my head, and the rest of the song kind of popped out. But it's an utterly depressing song, so I'm going to try and sing it, and it's in quite a low key as well. But this is a long time ago I did this one, and I think I first aired this at our open mic, 4 years ago or whatever. I've got to remember the words. The words are here, so if I look away, it's because I need to look at the words. I remember how we used to talk as if time had no end. But lately our talking means fighting or trying to defend all the differences that seem to creep up on us through the years. Nowadays you spend most of your time talking to me through tears. Our children seem to be the thing keeping us where we are. I wonder how much they really know or have worked out so far. Do you think they'd be happier if we went our separate ways? I don't know, but they can't find it easy living with us these days. No, you can't hold on to somebody when they're not holding back. All the sorries and the tears that you cry can't paint over the cracks. Sometimes it's better to let go than to keep holding on. 'Cause there's nothing more lonely living a life for too long. You can still capture my heart when I see you smile, but the memory is fading 'cause you haven't smiled much in a while. And every day I see the love fades a little bit more. There's less of it left now I can remember before. So I'll leave my key by the bed and I'll kiss you goodbye. And I'll stare at you for one last time through the tears that I cried. And I'll let you go so that you start over again. I hope that everything works out for you in the end. No, you can't hold on to somebody when they're not holding back. All the sorries and the tears that you cry can't paint over the cracks. Sometimes it's better to let go and to keep holding on. 'Cause there's nothing more lonesome living a life for too long. No, there's nothing more lonesome living a life for too long.
Like it?
There we go. That was
I
my.
don't think I've heard that before.
So I haven't played it in a long time. I reckon at least 3 years. I reckon I haven't played that. Just because it was so morbidly depressing. In fact, the first time I played it, I had a message from somebody on Messenger afterwards saying, "Just to let you know, if you need to talk, I'm here. We all go through hard times." I was like, no, I'm fine, honestly. So, yeah.
I have that regularly because you know what my songs are like, and a lot of my songs are from my heart and from experience, but sometimes they have a smattering of an experience, and I think if I flesh this out into a story, this might mean something to somebody, So I'll write one, and I sent one to Bev, my percussionist, Bev. about 4 weeks ago, and I sent her, "What do you think of this, Bev? I really like this." And she replied, and she went, "Nice song. Do you want to talk?"
That's it. Yeah,
she was worried about me.
Yeah, and I was really confused when I got the message because I went, "Why? Why would I need to talk?" And then they went, that song. Obviously, there's a message in. I went, "No. You misunderstand." And then every time I did it, I had to explain the story behind it so that people knew I was okay. But yeah, so that was my little kind of tribute to the Nashville TV series, which was great. Great
very
TV
good.
series. But again, I haven't done it in yonks. In fact, I swear it's got to be at least 3 years. So I'm surprised I remembered it.
It's like you're teeing me up for my next song, this, because last week Dawn asked me to play Buckets and Spades, and Buckets and Spades was the third song I ever wrote 7 years ago. It was on my first album 6 years ago, and I haven't played it for about 6 years. And it's funny because I thought I'm going to play it because Dawn will be on. I'll play it for Dawn. But now playing it back, I think it doesn't seem like my song. It'd be interesting what you think, because I feel like I've got a sort of, I've got a furrow that I go down now. But I played this and thought, this doesn't feel like my song.
Right, that would be interesting.
It's called
to hear
Buckets
then.
and Spades, and it was a sardonic view of summertime in England, basically, taking the piss out of English summer holidays.
As soon as you say buckets and spades, in my head I hear buckets of rain.
Buckets of Rain.
What's that? Yeah, Bob Dylan, isn't it? Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
Cool. Okay.
Did you ever dream of a summer scene where the sun is high and the grass is green? Children playing with buckets and spades all day long until the castle's made and the tide rolls in and their artistry begins to fade. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. Ice cream cones for dessert every day, follows fish and chips on a gourmet tray, while the seagulls flock around, flying muggers looking for their prey. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. Pot-bellied men, tattoos all around, junk food litter, red top news abounds, but no Mediterranean nudes, just sand in your toes and in your shoes. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. Huh? Simon Pinkman drinking their beer in amusement arcades while their women devour the great books of Shifty Shades, cover to cover in days. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. Raincoats on, but it's warm inside. On a coastal train, well, the tough carry on, sunbathing in the rain, sunbathing in the rain. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. 'Cause it's summertime in England again. And you can see why I don't do it often, because it breaks my vocal cords.
That was a hell of a reach. That was. If I'd have done that, I would have sounded like someone's strangling a cat. You pulled it off though.
I was tempted to drop it down a capo
I think I'm
position
freezing
tonight.
again, aren't I? Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done that for
That's
like 7 years.
Yeah, when you get to that point in a song,
There's no
where you
going back.
realise you've kind of gone and it's in the wrong key, and you think, I know what's coming. There's going to be a bloody disaster. The amount of times I've done that. For me, the problem is going down. As soon as I start going down too low, I lose all kind of power. So I start to go like this, and it becomes inaudible.
That's just breath control, though, isn't it? That's all that is.
I haven't got enough. I haven't got enough. Maybe I should take up smoking or something. Do you know what? I would love to do Tennessee whiskey. I really would, but I think I would do it so much injustice that I think I would get to those top notes and I would stuff it up.
Oh.
And I don't know the second verse as well. I know the first bit. Shall I play a little bit? I'll play a little bit of it, and we'll just see how badly it goes, and then you can stop asking me. I don't even know if this is in the right key. Something like that. Used to spend my nights out in the barroom. Liquor was the only love I found. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottle, brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, and I stay stoned on your love all the time. That's it. That's as much as I'm doing. That's why I don't do it that often. Only in private.
I was enjoying that.
Maybe if I learn the other verse, I might attempt it. But it's that high bit. Just I can feel myself as I get to the high bit going like this. So maybe I'm practicing it in the hope that I can loosen up my kind of voice at the higher end to see if I can do it. And I will. I'll have a go. But for now, that's as much as you're getting. Because that was almost embarrassing as well.
Hard song,
right?
Guys. Hard.
It
song.
is bloody hard, yeah. I just haven't got that kind of power and range, but I'm always willing to step up and embarrass myself if people treat it with kindness.
Well, they can't throw anything at you on Zoom, can they?
Well, no. Right, I'm going to do a cover.
Yes.
So I'm going to do a Jackson Browne cover, and I absolutely adore This
Which
song
one?
is called These Days.
Oh, yeah, great.
Look at that. I've just been
Carry
called a
on, you
silly
silly
arse. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
do another song.
polite
So
that's
do another
polite for
song. It
most
gives me a
people.
chance to get another drink.
Get some more brandy. Yeah. Do you know what? My bloody fingernails are too long. I didn't cut them. So this might not work. Can we not have like an intermission for a few minutes and I'll go and do it? Yeah, this is not going to work with my fingernails. I'll try it anyway. No, I can't do it. My finger's buzzing on the string. I'll do something else and then I'll do that one next. Okay, so this is a song, another very old song as well of mine. That why have I got the reverb on? So I remember going to so my family were drinkers in the local pub, and we used to go in there on kind of every weekend and stuff like that. And one of the things I would always look at is the people around me, and you'd see typically that guy who was walking with a shirt on, his open neck collar, and he'd have his big gold chain on him, and he'd have his big gold wristwatch and all this lot. And he was the local builder and bother job man. And then you'd have the kind of old boy who would sit in the same place, and then you'd have the women that were all dressed up in the nines and stuff like that, and they would all sit around. And I used to look at all these people, and I used to try and understand where they came from in life and kind of what the story was. And so years later, I wrote a song called Stand in My Shoes. And it was just a song about how easily we look at somebody for the clothes they're wearing, the car they're driving, things like that. We make judgments about who they are and what they must be like. And a lot of the times I think we do get it wrong and it's a bit unfair. So this is called Stand in My Shoes. And again, I haven't sung this one for quite a while, so don't be surprised if you've not heard it before. Hey Rachel. Half-empty glasses that sit on the bar, and the stale smell of beer stains the air. Withered old man sits and talks to a lady with the color of age in her hair. His eyes are as young as his smile before time told his youth, and it wrinkled his skin. He talks about life like he's got no connection to the child that he carries within. He wonders, would the world look the same if you stood in his shoes? Lady, she's staring off into a place that once held much happier times. Her youth and her beauty weren't tarnished by bruises and painted by all kinds of lies. The gentleman talks, but she pays no attention, and she makes no attempt to reply. She just drinks to get drunk, and she smokes to get stoned, so another day passes her by. She wonders, would the world look the same if you stood in her shoes? Stand in my shoes, see the world through my eyes. Learn more about me, you might be surprised. Hold off on your judgments, take a little more care, and I promise you, friend, that life isn't always that fair. bombing he dries off a glass with his cloth like 1,000 times he's done before. He's not really aware, he just goes through the motions and stares at the lines on the floor. The vacant expression he wears hides a life that at one time gave him so much more. But nowadays he spends his nights in a bottle, hoping that she'll walk back through his door. He wonders would the world look the same if he was stood in his shoes. Yeah, stand in my shoes, see the world through my eyes, learn more about me, you might be surprised. Hold off on your judgments, take a little more care, and I promise you, friend, that life isn't always that fair. Yeah, stand in my shoes, see the world through my eyes, learn more about me, you might be surprised. Hold off on your judgments, take a little more care, 'cause I promise you, friend, that life isn't always that fair.
That one.
And I forgot the last verse, so it was a shorter version.
I like that.
Can't even remember what the last verse was. But that's a song. Whenever I sing that in a local pub, there is always somebody that comes up and says that song could have been written about me.
Yeah.
And again, I love that, but I haven't done it in years, literally.
Just when you were introducing it, I was smiling because you all know those people, don't you?
That's it, yeah. And I think we're all guilty. We're all guilty at some point of judging people, but even by accident, and then realising, our judgments are wrong.
Oh,
right, I'm going to duck out for a second because I need to go and do some trimming of my nails. Otherwise, I won't be able to play the Jackson Browne song. And now that I've told everybody, I'll be disappointed. So, Joe, take the floor. Keep the crowd entertained, and I shall be back momentarily.
I noticed we've got another latecomer, Rachel. Is that another one who's been to the pub before they've come to us?
She's probably been supping the wine and grooming the cats, and as she's got like 1 billion cats, it probably takes a while. It's probably a full-time job, to be fair. Yeah, it'll be nice, Rachel, at some point again to be able to see you and see what you've been doing now with some singing. I've been watching the videos.
Is that
although you'll remember of so many pages, I keep missing which ones you're on. So you've got about 1 million pages you belong to.
Is that another one like Vanessa, who's got a great voice but won't get up and perform?
No, Rachel will perform. She performs at open mics and stuff like that. You must have seen him before, have you not? Rachel and Gaz.
Why isn't she on here then? Get on here, Rachel.
Yeah. She needs Gaz and stuff as well. Only 5. 5 what?
Only 5.
Oh, only 5 pages. This is cut
5
down.
whiskey. 5 bottles of wine. Okay.
Right. So you play, and I'll go and trim me nails, and then I'll come back and do the Jackson Browne one.
Okay. The little intro to this song, it's called Mother's Beauty. And the first time I went to a club in Stratford-on-Avon, William Shakespeare country, if ever anyone's been to a folk club, they're normally library quiet when you get there. But this was a really, really noisy place. I couldn't believe it was a folk club. And the band that were on were a 5-piece sort of fast, loud folk band. And the place was just rocking, but it was really loud. I've never seen a folk club like it. And I was next on after this band. I'm thinking, oh my God, I sing all quiet stuff, and what are they going to think? Anyway, I started this little... And they all went dead quiet. And at the end of it, Tori Rushton, who runs it, she came up to me. She said, no one's ever made this audience go quiet. I was a bit shocked. I didn't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. She says, I've been recording everything, and I'm one of the DJs on Radio Warwickshire, and I'm going to play this tomorrow. I thought, oh, fab, this is my moment. And then I went and listened to the local radio station the next day. She did this big introduction how I'd played this quiet song and everyone had gone quiet. And I thought, this is going to be great. And it was the most rubbish recording you've ever heard. I don't know what she'd used. Some bloody cat's whisker, I think, to record. It was atrocious. It was all crackly and some moment was gone. But anyway, this is called Mother's Beauty. Hope you like it. Staring at the rainbows, looking for that gold. But the rapeseed fields are glowing. Maybe this is the tale that old wives behold. The rain clouds are moving westward. The birds come out to play. A panoply of music, surround sound, played the old-fashioned way. An early evening approaches, starlings blacken the sky, like the black cape movements of a Spanish bullfighter, swirling, twisting, moving to and by. So why chase supercars or wanna be superstars when the mother of nature's high is free? And why buy racks of shoes or this year's blacks or blues when mother's beauty you can see? When mother's beauty you can see. Holding your lover closely, moving with their time, soul to soul magnetic attraction, electricity, from skin to skin slow rise. Or watch a newborn baby open screwed up eyes and grab your little finger for the first time in a lifetime lifeline. So why chase supercars or wanna be superstars when the mother of nature's high is free? And why buy racks of shoes or this year's blacks or blues when mother's beauty you can see? When mother's beauty you can see. When mother's beauty you can see. Oh, thank you. Yes, it was. My mother used to write a lot of poetry, and all her poetry was about nature. And this song was in my early days, really, of writing songs. And I was looking for inspiration. I thought about my mother and her poetry, and I literally stared out the window on a rainy day, and got the rainbow thing in the first sentence, and voila, along came the song. Oh, cool. Andy's back.
No, I'm not.
Oh, no, he's not.
Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. So I've been to trim my fingernails. I'm going to have to sing quieter songs now because, bless her, my lady's in bed. And if I sing too loudly, she's working tomorrow. Those of us who nobody wants anymore,
This is the second week in a row this has happened, Andy. And I think she's very inconsiderate.
I'll
Going to bed early.
I'll tell her. No, I won't tell her. You tell her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, tell her now because she can't
I'm
contact
too
me.
scared. Yeah, that's it. I'm too scared. This is not Panto Andy. What was that for? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now you see me? No, you don't. It's behind me. I meant to turn on the little lights I've got.
You know, you're talking pantomime. I don't think our American friends will have any idea about pantos, will they? I think it's a British thing, isn't it?
Just about to crash everything on the shelf. I don't know. Is it British? It probably is.
I think it's a British thing.
She has to. Yeah, Dee's right. Yeah, she's gone to bed. She has to work in the morning. She has to pay for that new car that I've got. Yeah, don't say that. It hurts. However true. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do this Jackson Browne song. Finally. Right. Well, I've been out walking. I don't do that much talking these days. These days. These days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do. And all the times I had the chance to. Oh, and I had a lover. I don't. It's so hard to risk another these days. These days. And if I seem to be afraid to live the life that I've made in song, well, it's just that I've been losing for so long. Oh, and I'll keep on moving on. Things are bound to be improving these days. One of these days. These days I sit on cornerstones and count the time in quarter tones to 10. Don't confront me with my failures, 'cause I had not forgotten them. There we go, Jackson Browne.
Very good.
I absolutely adore
Very
that
talented
song.
guy.
Yeah. Wrote
Very
for the
talented
Eagles.
guy. Yeah. everybody, I think, didn't he?
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen said if there was anyone he could be on the planet, that's who he'd be, Jackson Browne.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, when because he did the induction speak when they inducted him into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Blimey. Imagine
Not that I'd say he was a rock and roller, really. But great song. And the Naked Ride Home as well that he does is just a fantastic piece of writing and music as well.
Well, I was thinking next summer when we do our big charity festival again in the summer, I was thinking I'll get a couple of bags of cement and we'll get the artists to stick their hands in the cement before they go in the marquee.
make our own little Nashville boardwalk or something. Yeah, that's it. Right, what are you doing now? So we make it a couple more and then call it quits because it's
this
getting
is
on
definitely a night of being on the edge. This is because I'm playing loads of things I haven't played in ages. It's a bit scary. You know what it's like, isn't it? You think,
yeah.
I've got a bit of an effect going on, so I'll just give you a quick run, see if it's working. It's all right? Yeah, good. This song's
hear
called,
an effect, yeah.
This song's called Mojo. I've got your bags in the hall and a smile in my pocket, a smell on my pillow with your name on it. I've got the whisper of your voice and the touch on my brain, the shudder you gave when you came to me. You put the skeletons to rest and a spring in my walking, a taste in my mouth from my lovers talking. Got the aching as you leave till you come back again, staring at your picture till I see you then. Am I dreaming about my mojo time? Am I dreaming about my mojo time? Am I dreaming? No, it's real. It's real. It's real. Watch you sleeping with my hair on my shoulder, fingers crossed we can get no older. 'Cause it took so long, girl, to find your love. I'm not religious, but I thank God above. Am I dreaming about my mojo time? Am I dreaming about my mojo time? Am I dreaming? No, it's real. It's real. It's real. I'm not upwardly mobile or young and free, just a simple man with simple needs. And your kiss is sweeter than the sweetest wine, and your eyes are like diamonds when they catch mine. Am I dreaming about my mojo time? Am I dreaming about my mojo time? Am I dreaming? No, it's real. It's real. It's real. So if you need my last penny or a moment in time, a hug from a bear or a partner in crime, and if you're looking for love, I'll be your lion's roar. And if you need adventure, I'll blow on your wings to soar. Nearly.
It's very nice. Very nice. I like the effect on the guitar
Yes. Yes.
as well. Just adds to
Music
it.
sparingly.
I was going to say, although never too much, eh?
No, Mr. Schemmel's not here. Can't talk about reverb.
We used to do it the old-fashioned way. We used to double pick the string.
You know, can I
That
can
was
I just pause for a second and just say I've just realised the senior moment I had about 10 minutes ago. I
The
think
what? The senior one?
yeah, because I know Rachel Watkins as Rach. I just think her as Rach.
Of course,
And
that's
I've
what I
just
was saying.
I've
You know
just
Rachel
realised
Gaz.
who the hell I'm on about. I'm thinking, what was I talking about? Sorry, Rach. I know exactly who you are. It's because it says Rachel. I was thinking I don't know Rachel.
Stupid old fart. What's
Yeah,
it
I'm
like?
afraid so.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rach. Thanks, Vanessa.
I was thinking, I'm sure, because you can't live that far away from each other, and I'm sure you must have been to Brood and things like that.
I'm sure on
Just-
Facebook I am friended with her as Rach. I'm sure. I never think her as Rach.
It will be, yeah. It will be. Although, no, I don't think it is it? I think you've got something else as Rach. Is it Rach the vocalist or something? And then Rachel.
It's
I
just
don't
me
know.
getting old, I'm afraid.
But it is her. So, right, so you've got a choice here. So we'll have either a song called Born to Fly or a song called Old Things. Which do you fancy, people?
Old things for me.
Okay. So we have one for Old Things. Make your comments now. Going. Dawn, that was none of what I said. So, old things, Jesus. Sorry, Sarah, that's one. Old Things. You had to pick the one I was least confident on, didn't you? Never mind, we'll try it. Oh, no, okay. Old Things still has it. The lines are closed, the voting is done. It's Old Things as one. Do people even remember Old Things? Right, here we go. You asked for it. I'll have to do them both. Well, in fact, I could, couldn't I? I could do the other one next time. Okay. So this is Old Things. I remember the old home, one I had to leave 'cause love went wrong. In the memories I still see just how happy they would be. What I'd give for one more day to have the old way. I remember would dance and I would sing along. Way back then I never knew what a life could put you through. How old songs can make you feel and help you to heal. It's funny how the world keeps spinning on. We are but a moment, then we're gone. It's a simple thing in life we come to know. You gotta leave a world of memories when you go. I remember Dad's old Cavalier, always pulled away in second gear. It's funny what you keep in mind, all the things you leave behind. Things he felt he'd never say, that was just his way. It's funny how the world keeps spinning on. We are but a moment, then we're gone. Simple thing in life we come to know. You gotta leave a world of memories when you go. It's funny how the world keeps spinning on. We are but a moment, then we're gone. It's a simple thing in life we come to know. You gotta leave a world of memories when you go. You gotta leave a world of memories when you go. Old things. Jeez.
Vanessa being very disrespectful to you there, Andy. Look, we're too old to remember old things.
Yeah. No, she meant you, not me. She wasn't including me in that. Were you, Vanessa?
I thought she was saying they were too young.
I've just had a new haircut today, so I look and a beard trim, so I look at least 6 months younger.
I've had a new haircut.
In fact, the guy held the mirror behind my head, and the way the light reflected in it and off the mirror, it almost blinded me. There was that much silver and grey in it. It was shocking. It was shocking.
See, right, Vanessa did mean her. She did mean her. Look,
she's lying. She meant me really. She just doesn't want to say it now. She knows I hurt easily.
There's a female gathering going here because Dee's agreeing with her as well.
Yeah. She meant me and Vanessa. I don't care who you meant. As long as you didn't mean me, that's all right.
Silver Fox.
Do you know, that's spooky. My dad was called the Silver Fox. He used to play in dance teams and stuff like that, and they always called him the Silver Fox.
The Silver Fox.
I'm just called the Black Stripe. It's weird. Yeah.
You could be called Skunk, couldn't you? With the stripe.
No, that wasn't. No, we weren't going in that direction.
Don't worry, it starts like that. Eventually, the grey just covers the lot.
Well, I'm fighting it. But the barber's not helping.
No.
What are you doing for your last song?
Well, I kept saying last week I was going to do Through the Barricades.
Badger.
Spandau Ballet.
She just called me Badger.
I know.
That's terrible.
And I keep thinking, shall I do Through the Barricades? But I also want to do my own song, Fragile. I can't decide. Did Spandau Ballet get over to America? Do people in America know who Spandau Ballet are?
Don't know. I suspect not.
I'll do Through the Barricades.
I'll
do Through the Barricades.
Yes, good man. Good man. Oh, don't look at the comments. Don't look at the comments.
Oh,
what
no,
is it?
too
Why is
fragile.
it when I
Oh,
say
no.
don't look at the comments, you have to look at the
Oh,
comments?
bugger.
Yeah. Oops.
So I'll just tune it back then for fragile.
That's right. Just pretend nobody said anything. Look, they're all saying it.
Oh, God.
It's a bloody conspiracy.
Oh, dear. Right. Okay.
You've got one for barricades. Hold on a minute,
Okay.
Ellie. You said the other one as well. You can't have both. Yeah.
She can't say both. That's not on, is it?
All right, go on then. Fragile it is it?
Yeah, so this would have been the title track of my album that I didn't record, thanks to COVID. Thanks everyone for your lovely comments and interacting with Mr. Silver Fox over there and me. It's been
Don't start.
it makes my week coming on here and being able to interact with people. It's great. So this is called Fragile, and if I haven't bored you with the story before, it's a bit of a mix of two things really for me. Past experience of relationship breakup, but also lose my parents, and you know that moment when you've just hit a brick wall and everything seems to stop, and you think, what has just happened? You know, that's the moral of the story. Flying high then feeling low, with a simple moment change. Clear blue sky that fades to grey, the storm breaks and my heart wakes to the rain falling on my parade. Ooh, so fragile. Ooh, so fragile. Running fast, then standing still as the green light turns to red. Crashing things come tumbling down, the gorgeous view, the sun, the town, ripped like a canvas with a knife. So fragile. Ooh, so fragile. Have I broken all the mirrors in the world? Have I walked under ladders all my life? Do I need a four-leaf clover now to chase the black clouds away? Crystal glass that burns to sand when you open up your fingers. The grain slipped through like a waterfall. Each carries a memory, a smile, a word, a kiss, lost to the earth again. Ooh, so fragile. Ooh, so fragile. Have I walked under ladders all my life? Have I broken all the mirrors in the world? Do I need a four-leaf clover now to chase the black clouds away? broken bits all glued together in a fragile face of hope. Misty eyes that never clear, but the actor waits and shows no fear to the crowd, loud, waiting for the show. To the crowd, loud, waiting for the show. To the crowd, loud, waiting for the show. Ooh, so fragile. Ooh, so fragile. So fragile. Thank you. Been a great night.
I love playing along to that one.
You do? Do you play along to
Enjoying
that?
dropping some little lead.
Great.
Yeah. I was dropping some little lead over the top.
Wait to hear that.
If I turn my reverb on when you're playing as well, and just the guitar
great.
atmosphere.
Oh, I'd
is
love to
lovely.
hear that, yeah.
Lovely. Yeah, it's really cool. Well, at the point someone says we're grown up and ugly enough to fend for ourselves, we'll get together and we'll do some writing and we'll do some playing.
Imagine we're doing another one of these Zooms and we're actually in the same room together. How cool would that be?
Do you know what? It's so criminal that they can't get the
latency on it.
delay thing right, because that would be cool. Right, so I shall finish with...
Thank you all the lovely people before Andy starts. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh dear, is it the end? Afraid so, Maria.
It is, yes. It is. It's getting to that point. I've just looked at the clock. We've been on 2 hours, 45 minutes.
Just two of us.
That's it, yeah. Not to say that it hasn't been an absolute blast. It always is. And I wouldn't do it if it was just me sitting here singing on like Facebook Live without being able to see anybody and all that kind of stuff. So the only thing that makes it so much more enjoyable is the fact that people like Joe, people like Steve Franklin, Dave Mason, people like that come on and join us, you know, and also you lovely people come and comment. You ask to sing certain songs, you make requests, you have a laugh with us, insult us and things like that. That's always good fun.
I'm just laughing at Maria's comments.
What was that? Where, oh dear, is it the end? Oh no, oh carry on, stick some ear defenders on your mouth. Oh, I'd be in hell. She literally would. She'd be one of those where she could take a shoe off in the upstairs bedroom, throw it, and it would be like a boomerang, come round through the hallway, down the stairs, into the lounge, smack you around the head, and then go back upstairs and neatly put itself back in the closet. Trust me, it would happen, people. Right, so this is Born to Fly, and then we'll say goodbye to everyone. What am I doing? There we go. I better get the words because I'll never bloody remember it. Silent thoughts echo through the light. Wisdom comes not without a fight. Please believe, if only you could try. Steal away and never wonder why you were born to fly. Rach, this is for you. shadows play, where doubt and fear collide, builds a wall, keeps you safe inside. Hide away, you never will be free. Freedom finds a soul that learns to breathe, to believe. Spread your wings so you can fly. Dare to dream and dare to try. Ride the wind, and as the clouds go by, learn to fly, learn to fly. Angels sleep whenever you believe in yourself and all that you achieve. Feel the wonder of the things you know. Make a path and find the strength to go. Learn to grow. Spread your wings so you can fly. Dare to dream and dare to try. Ride the wind, and as the clouds go by, learn to fly, learn to fly. Spread your wings so you can fly. Dare to dream and dare to try. Ride the wind, and as the clouds go by, learn to fly, learn to fly. Learn to fly, learn to fly.
I love that song. That's my kind of song. I'm going to do a Sam now and say I'd like to nick that. It's a lovely song.
Yeah, well, I think Jenny's nicked it. Yeah, so you'll have to get in first and start playing it more often. I did say to Sam, if he gets through my J200, he can have Footprints and he can have Born to Fly. Yeah, I can't see it happening really, but I keep wishing. No. No. Right, okay. Well, again, a massive thank you to all of you for coming on and staying with us through the kind of nearly 3 hours. We are actually just 8 minutes short of 3 hours. That's good going. Especially for our dulcet, monotonous tones. That's well done, you. You should get a marathon award. So thank you again, Joe, for joining me, because I really did leave it so late this time. And Joe, bless him, said, if you want company, I'll join you. And I was like, yes, please. So thank you very much for doing that. Always welcome. Love sitting and it's almost like we're indulging in our own little jam session. It's fantastic. If only we could play at the same time, that would be the extra icing on the cake. We are back tomorrow. Well, I'm back tomorrow with Mr. Schemmel, and we're doing the Songbird session, and we have the fabulous Caroline Bella, and we also have the fabulous Michael McMillan, all the way from Glasgow. So again, that's going to be a bit of a treat, so tune in if you can. I think we haven't missed anything on the comments, have we? I suppose have you been watching those? Because they all go so fast, I miss them. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Dee. Maria, get on the guitar. Start learning it.
Yeah.
You have to just get past
Keep
that pain
working at it,
barrier of
Maria.
the fingers. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Dawn. From across the pond. Hope we brightened up your afternoon, ready for the evening.
Yes, thanks, Dawn.
Thank you, Ellie, for joining. And Rach and Bob and Vanessa and the other Marie. And there's so many. We shall read back through the comments.
And my apologies to Rach for not knowing who she was. How bad was that?
It's fine. We're all friends enough. What I was going to say before is because I always read back through the comments later on, and I always try and reply to things. But there are some things where someone, for example, will say "lovely song," and obviously because we're not watching the video and all we're seeing is the comment, you kind of go, "I've no idea what song that was." So,
yeah.
So when you're commenting, people remember to give us a clue sometimes as to which song, so that when we look back through the comments, we know. Because I'm not one of those who will go, "Oh, thank you very much. I have no idea what song you meant, but thank you very much." I don't like doing that.
I have it,
so
Andy, and I click on the old video and I go through to the number of minutes where the comment was to find out what the song was. It's painful.
Yeah, that's how I do that. And with some of them, we have like 300 comments, and you're going, "Oh my God, 300 comments to look through." And Facebook is rubbish for organising them.
Yeah.
Stuart Rolfe, thank you for listening, mate. Good to see you. Stuart's got a song out, by the way. Great. He's been a session musician in Nashville, done work with Tim McGrath and things like that. He's got a song out. What was it called? It's something like, for the life of me, I can't. Jack. Stuart, if you're on, tell us what the single's called. It's something Jack Whiskey or something. Old Jack Frost or Old Jack Whiskey or something. If you go and look at Stuart Rolfe, I'm bloody useless when it comes to titles of things, but it's a great.
Come on, Stuart, we're not going until you tell us what it is, Stuart.
It's
there we go.
Old Jack Frost.
Old Jack
I was
Frost.
right, nearly right. I knew it was. Maybe it's because there's a bottle of whiskey on the cover thing that I thought. So again, go and check him out because he's really good. He's really, really good. Right, okay, we're going to let you go. Any last bidding thoughts, words of poetry or anything, Mr. Bayliss?
No, I've already dropped a note out just to say, I really do mean it. I'm like many people, I've struggled this year with lack of contact, particularly with musical people, and it really does make me weak coming on here, just having some real people listening and feeding back. It's just fabulous. It really is fabulous. Yeah,
definitely. And it's nice that it's just so relaxing as well. There's not there's almost not that pressure to, it's almost like, you're not going on stage, you're singing around with friends,
Yeah, it's great.
So, by the way, if anyone wants, whether it's Joe, whether it's me, to learn a song or something, send it to us on a message, because again, I lose the comments. So I don't mean to miss them, but sometimes I will keep practicing Tennessee Whiskey. But I tell you, you'll have to sell tickets because it'll be that comical when I sing it. it'll be worth a laugh. But yeah, if you do want us to learn anything, just tell us what the song is and who it is, and then we can at least have a go. But if it's one of those where we kind of go, that really is not going to happen, we'll be honest and we'll say there is not a cat in hell's chance.
Yeah. So
like
no Mariah Carey or anything like that.
Yeah.
Free bird.
Free bird.
Bird.
Joe, that'll be over to you. Yeah. I'll have a listen to it again, but that's a struggle. Right, good night, people, and take care.
Good night, everyone.
Stay safe. I think we're rounding the corner, so hopefully in about 6 months' time we'll be able to start getting out and about again. Take care, and we'll see you. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If we don't see you tomorrow, maybe next Wednesday.
I'll see you tomorrow, Andy. Thanks, Andy.
All right, see you later. Bye-bye,
Cheers,
people.
bye.
Bye-bye.